Hello and welcome to another several thousand year fantasy world war. I got this map off of the Discord by this guy. There's even a description. Monsters are shadows made solid. Those who stray from the light of our land walk within the dark. They are shaded by it, and the darkness will take them. Hymn of the Baphosian Dwarves, 3 Ogd, 15:8. Ogd? Anyway, let's jump into it. This map is huge. It is actually slightly larger than an iceberg size map, which is the biggest size that you can do on PC. So this is a custom size world, and let me tell you, it is massive. Absolutely massive. This is the biggest map that we have done a video on. We keep upping the size every time we do this, and today will be no different. You know the drill by this point. We are going to populate the world with some creatures, and we're going to place the 4 races in some separate areas. Although today we're going to do 2 separate sets of each. So we'll do, say, some elves over here, some elves over here, some humans over here, some humans over here, that sort of thing. So it won't be just which race does the best, it'll be which village of which race does the best. Okay, let's not go too crazy. Let's just put a couple cold ones in the mountains. Just like 1 or 2 in each region, just to make it a little more interesting. There's so much snowy mountainous regions here. We'll put demons in the lava area. Only 5 this time. We put a little too many last time, I think. What is this? Just don't go there, you know? Let's put some bandits in the desert. Just 4, because I know that they can get a little crazy. Okay, let's put 1 white mage somewhere, and then we'll call it a day. In the enchanted area up here? Some of these might end up fighting each other, like the white mage might go kill the cold ones that we placed earlier, but that's all part of the game, baby. Okay, let's jump into the civilizations now. Like I said, I want to keep it even, because last time the elves steamrolled everyone because they just expanded so much. And part of it was because they had such a good location. They were kind of on the edge, so they could expand across the whole side of the map, whereas everyone else was kind of stuck in the corner. So we're going to try to keep everyone around the edges, and we're going to leave the middle here. Well, I guess this would kind of be the middle, because this is definitely the main landmass. They might eventually branch out to here, but this ain't really that good of land, if you know what I mean. There's a lot of materials, but good luck with that. Let's do it kind of like a clock here. Let's start with like 50 in each. Okay, so human village 1 over here, just regular grass, whatever. Now let's put the other humans kind of somewhere that's not very good. Let's do it over here. That's a little bit more than 50, but that's okay. So we got humans kind of across. Let's put elves here, because it's a little bit cramped. They do have enchanted right next to them, though. So let's put the other elves in the desert over here. Okay. Works for me. Let's put dwarves here. That's a little cramped, kind of a bad location in between, so let's give them a much more favorable location over here. I think this is pretty good. Okay, that's pretty good. Now we do orcs. We don't have anyone here yet. Let's do orcs here. This is a pretty good spot. Okay, orcs there. That's a really good location, so let's give them a bad location now. Let's do like here. Maybe here? Is anyone here? We got the elves down here. Or here. Let's put them here. Okay, let's get this show on the road. We got kingdoms popping up. Just 1 so far, actually. Everyone else is very picky about where they want to go. Okay, there we go. Elf colony showed up. Did the dwarves split off into 3 colonies? Dwarves over here. Why did everyone spread out so much? Let's look at our villages. Dang, okay. The dwarves went ahead and just got prime real estate right in the middle. And it's the biggest village. That could be something. We got a pretty big human village up in the mountains. I don't know if they killed the cold one already, but he might still be out there. Right across the mountain, though, we have an orc village. So that will be interesting. The frame rate is going to get bad, probably. It's never terrible. My computer's pretty powerful, but by the end of this, it's going to happen. So appreciate the good frame rate while we have it. And this time I have same race wars and rebellions on. I think I had rebellions off last time. So just let that be known. Rebellions can happen. Let's go ahead and turn on important events while we're here. Up the speed a little bit, because the starting out takes a little time sometimes. We have the elves over here. They've got a great spot. Just pretty much, this land is so lush that they could pretty much chill here for a long time before they have to deal with anyone. They also kind of boxed in the orc camp here with these 2 villages. Orc camp's gonna have to push out this way, but then there's elves here too. So the elves just straight up box them in, which is surprising because we put elves over here and elves over here, right? So these elves moved here and all the way over here. They did the boxing, and that wasn't me this time. They created a great location for themselves. I'm also happy about this. This is great. I'm happy that the dwarves are using some tactics here. If they can hold the center of the map while everyone else kind of squabbles around the edges, they could potentially do something good. Okay, we got a new village over here. Humans are kind of branching out. They got an orc village right here. But kind of same thing, honestly. It's the dwarves and the humans working together, but this orc village is kind of surrounded as well. Interesting. I mean, my memory's not great, so I don't remember the exact placement for all the starting places, but I'm like, okay, wait, we got an orc here, we got an orc here, and we got an orc here. And over here. Where did we start them again? And over here. They have spread so far across the map where they pretty much have a map in all the four corners. I want to say we started them here and here, didn't we? The dwarves are doing really well for themselves. You'll love to see it. Someone commented that the dwarves were buffed in the last update. I did not read the patch notes, so I don't know if that was true or not, but if they were, then cool. Yeah, I'm looking at the patch notes now. I don't see anything about the dwarves being buffed, so unless it was a couple updates ago, I don't know. I want to see them win someday, but this happens every time where I'm like, whoa, look at them. They're doing so well. They've got the, prime real estate. They're expanding so good, and then the elves just wipe them out. Oh, look at this. Almost completely wiping out this village. That would be big for them, because if they can get access to this land and make a big kingdom here, that's about as good as location as this dwarf spot, where they can pretty much connect these two with a third one here. That's a big, strong force. Okay, anything else going on? We got some small villages kind of squabbling down here. I gotta stop saying squabbling, dude. Who says that? The orcs are already kind of starting to become scary. The humans are doing really well too, though. It's weird because I feel like... No, I forgot about these two. I was gonna say the elves look like they're doing the worst, but they actually expanded to across the water first. Look at that. And into the Enchanted. This is actually a great island to have all to yourself. You got Enchanted, tons of resources, and, you're across the water from the Corrupted, but just don't go over there. It's easy. Everyone's pretty evenly split right now. It's hard to, do the math and figure out who really is doing the best, but I think, as far as the four races go, they're all pretty even right now. The orcs taking over that elf kingdom really put them back on the board. I can hear the occasional dynamite blow up from a bandit. I only put like a few of them, but I guess some of them are still alive. I don't know where. We got orcs and humans over here, must be allied because they're just freely hanging out in each other's lands. Oh, when did this get killed? Oh, this is a dwarf village. Oh no. Okay, well, dwarf village down. It's gonna become just this center dwarf colony. Okay, they still have this though. Nope, that's orcs. Just kidding. Yes, this is great location. This is a great place. But if this is your only colony, it's pretty much just you versus everyone at that point. So we'll see how that pans out in the long haul. Well, they do have this as well. Cognestil. Okay, so they're not out of the game yet. Don't you worry. Oh, they have this too. Okay. I don't know why these cog ones, just looking at the name, they look very orc named. So I just assumed those were orc villages, and also the color of the red. But yeah, these 5 are all dwarf. And it's good location, so provided the teams don't all just declare war on them and push inwards, hopefully people will fight along the edges first. Oh, dwarf village wiped out. Why is it whenever someone gets wiped out, it's a dwarf village? Rest in peace. Dude, the orcs own this part of the map. Look at this. Is this all orc? This is all orc. Even all the way down to here, down to here. Look at this. This entire area is orc. This elf spot that we said was a great location was a great location if they weren't trapped there. Because remember earlier they had a kingdom here, here, and here. Well, I guess this one's still here. But now they're trapped behind 3 orc kingdoms. Good luck with that. That's pretty rough, man. Humans, we've really not paid much attention to them. They've pretty much just been quietly expanding over here. Pretty high population. Oh, whoa. We've got, what is this? Orcs? Of course it's orcs. Orcs, and orcs. Yep. It's gonna come down to orcs versus elves. Oh no. Oh no. So it begins. One guy has made it to the corrupted infernal island. Okay, there's 2 of them now. 3 of them. The humans are doing fine, but they didn't really expand very much. They have this kind of center area, which is something. Definitely. Oh, it looks like that one dwarf village got wiped out over here too. And another one? It's just so sad to watch every time. I always know it's going to happen. That the dwarves are just going to get bullied into extinction, but somehow I'm never ready for it. This is so different from last time. The orcs are kind of like what the elves were last time, where they just kind of own an entire half of the continent. The dwarves, same thing. They just kind of picked a location that was good, but they just don't populate fast enough, so they just get eventually wiped out. And then the elves, much different than last time, aren't really beefy in any way. They're just super widespread. They got the first ones on these 2 islands. They've got a couple strong kingdoms, but they're in really bad locations. They're very separated from each other. And then the humans they're doing fine, but they're not doing anything of note, you know? They have one really strong section here, but that's it. And that's not going to last forever. Once the orcs wipe out the dwarves here and start fighting the humans in the mountains over here, it's going to be a little bit rough. We got boats. Lots of boats. The humans have boats, they just haven't expanded. It wouldn't be a bad island to come over here, right before the orcs take it over. If the humans move here, or even over here, as long as they steer clear of this area. Look at that. The demons are burning up the corrupted biome. Nice. Here we go. They got 2 villages down here. Looking good. See, the humans should have been the ones to come here. They're right here. All they had to do was cross the water, but now it's too late for them. Possibly. Looks like another dwarf village was wiped out. It is now just down to this purple kingdom here. Let's look at the cultures. See who's top culture right now. The humans are number 1. Interesting. No one's got bows yet. There's the culture layer. Which one was it? This one? 15. Yeah, this is the number 1 most advanced culture right now. It's this one right in here. Good for you guys, you know? Wow, look at that. Oh, this one got wiped out. Bummer. They're still over there, though. Oh, the demon. There's still tons of elves. This village just lost like 40 population. Yep, look at that. I don't know if they'll be able to take it, though. There's a lot of everything here. Look out behind you. Oh. Oh, you guys are orcs. The orcs? What? Huh? Are the orcs helping them destroy this? I think these 2 villages are friends, and they're helping each other destroy this one. The elves have turned the orcs against themselves. This is going to be the end game territory right here. Okay, let's fast forward a little bit more. We are getting a village. Zoga is trying to set up camp on this island and actually doing fine. We didn't put any demons there, but this skeleton's got a freaking staff of terror. How did he get a staff of terror? This guy's like, you guys got this. I'll wait at the boat. Alright, well, good luck with that. I'm not super confident that's gonna happen. Oh, look at this. Yep, frame rate's getting pretty bad. Yep, this is more or less unwatchable. There is a nice way to not run it, though. Just cut everyone's population in half. Yeah, this is so bad, I can't even zoom out. Make sure you don't skip the ads so that I can get more money so I can upgrade my computer. So what we're gonna do is use the infinity coin. It's like the Thanos snap, so it just removes half the population across the board, like evenly. So there we go. So 16, look at that, it just instantly improved our frame rate. I know it feels a little bad to do, but it's like, what's the point of doing this if we can't actually see what's happening? There we go, much better. It's actually a good tactic for keeping these sort of things, because I've kind of been limiting the population, you know, like I think the first time we did this, I just spawned a bunch of dragons to like thin the population, and that was kind of lame, because it kind of like undid all the hard work the villages had done in a really unfair way. But infinity coin kind of just thins it out a little bit, you know? Okay, so things still look pretty normal. The dwarves are still hanging in there in the middle here. The orcs, kind of in the middle region here, have been getting beaten up by themselves and the elves here. The humans took over this region from the elves, which I think is really interesting, because that could be what they needed to be like relevant. Because now the elves are pretty much in 2 kind of sandwiched locations, which may be a bad thing for them. And this island, which granted it is a great island, but they will fall behind if this is all the land that they have. So in some ways, I would think the humans are actually doing better than the elves right now because they have such a huge region. And the coastline that you want to have, this is the coastline that stretches out to the rest of the map too. This is basically what the elves did last time, where they had a really good area and kind of kept everyone else on one side fighting amongst themselves while they just expanded. So we'll see. The orcs are still super strong, so the orcs might just wipe everyone out anyway, but it at least looks good for all the races right now, except for the dwarves, unfortunately. But bless them for holding their ground. Even the dwarves aren't doing too bad. They've got this whole area. They've got these villages. This is dwarf, right? Nope, that's orc. Just kidding. These are dwarf though, and this is all dwarf. So they're definitely in last place, but that doesn't mean they're not trying their best. Okay, we just lost a dwarf village up here. The orcs just wiped it out, and look at them, so smug. Loading up in their victory boat to go on a little cruise. Still got this dwarf village though hanging out, but its population is pretty low, only 30, but they have tons of room. So hopefully they will make use of it. Pretty much nothing else changed during that segment. This was attacked by the orange dwarves. Remember the yellow one helped the elves attack this village earlier? Well, now they got revenge, so the orange kingdom is over here just taking it over right now, and I think they will succeed. Boop, there you go. Dwarves are still in it, man. They're in the center. They've been keeping out of conflict, which is probably the best thing they can do. I think that the best bet they have is to just stay out of it and just make as many allies as they can, keep it friendly, and hope that everyone else kind of weakens each other while they expand. Because as it stands right now, there isn't a single other race they could win a war against. But if they can just keep working hard and staying out of the fight, they could do it. Especially with these like civil wars going on between orcs fighting orcs and elves teaming up with orcs and stuff. If they could just keep weakening each other. But man, look at this corner here. This is over 1,000 population of orcs all in one area. But they actually managed to take over this island, which I think is hilarious. Hilarious that it was possible, and hilarious that they even bothered to do it because there's nothing here. But cool, I guess. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Look at that. That must have happened a while ago. I don't know how I didn't see that. What happened here? Dude, the elves just came in and took over the island? Why does everyone want this island so bad? There's nothing here. It's empty. That's super funny. Yeah, they just wiped them out. That village is gone. Looks like they're actually setting up over here. They managed to survive the, so far, the corrupted biome. It's all a matter of if the process ever begins where someone dies, turns into a ghost, and then kills someone, it just pretty much goes on forever after that. But that process has not begun yet. But if these two end up fighting here in the corrupted biome, that'll do it, for sure. Look at them, though. The humans are here? Why? The world's still pretty mixed. Not a lot of anything has happened. Let's go ahead and fast forward a little more. Okay, whoa. Two things just happened. This area got wiped out big time. There's no one else around. Was it a civil war? Did they wipe themselves out? I thought it was all part of the same kingdom. Maybe not. That happened, and then this village popped up. Oh, it's just I thought it was an orc one. I saw it was yellow. Okay. And the orcs hilariously took this island back because for whatever reason, this is like the hottest commodity. Get it? Hot commodity. The dwarves are still in it, boys. And they have powerful friends. Wait a minute, this is the orcs. Wait, no, just kidding. This is the orcs. This was dwarves for such a long time, and the name didn't even change. That's so weird. The dwarves are on their way out. I'm sorry to say it, but this ain't gonna do it. The elves are really scary right now. They have so much population. If they were to choose to attack someone, I think something could happen. The elves over here are pretty much completely uncontested. Like, they have not even been touched out here yet. They have over 1,000 population on this island, and no sign of decreasing. We got a little human village out here. Oh, look at that. Orcs taking over their own village. This orange one is pissed. Oh, look at that, though. How did this happen? This middle one took over. All the villages and kingdoms are pretty cozy right now, so It finally happened. At some point, someone made a big mistake by dying. And now this is pretty much going to go on forever, because I don't think I've ever seen a village, like, push back a corrupted, because the stronger the corrupted gets, the stronger it will continue to get. You can't stop it once it starts. Yeah, looks like both sides. Well, this island is pretty much lost. I mean, at least this area is safe, as long as they don't move into the corrupted. The dwarves are still in it. They've been weakened, but they're still in it. The orcs continue to have this island. I think it switched back and forth a few times, which is hilarious. Orcs, I want to say the orcs and the elves are probably close to tied for population. It's just that, look at this. This looks so small down here. 600 population. Where are they, you ask? I honestly have no idea. Where is the 600 population? There's like 20 people in there. I don't know, but they're out doing something. Oh, they're over here. Sheesh. They're attacking right now. Look at that. Look at that. It is something that always annoys me is that, you know, they'll do these little attacks. They'll take out like 5 structures with a huge army, and then everyone will leave except 5 people, who will then die. And it's like, you could have just wiped the whole village out if you really wanted to. Oh, look at this. We got the humans. They got dropped off by a boat. And they're taking over this elf village, or, you know, small little team. These are basically Navy SEALs just showed up. I don't know if this is the team you want to be messing with, though. I don't know if this is a good idea or not. Okay, yeah, it's been pretty stale, if I'm honest. There's a lot of expanding and population growth, but there's not been that many wars. Okay, not that much has happened. I'll say that off the bat. Even the dwarves are still in here, but the elves did something controversial. They took over this village, this orc village. Wait, just kidding. No, they didn't. Why is it green now? Okay, never mind, folks. Nothing happened. I don't want you to be green. There. Okay, well, nothing's happened. Sorry. Okay, we waited a really long time that time, and from what I could see, nothing really happened. The orcs moved in a little bit on... Nope, just kidding. They just turned themselves orange. It happened to me again. I've been tricked. So, nothing happened here. Nothing happened here. The dwarves are still alive somehow. Granted, they're not doing very well, but they are still alive. Humans still doing their thing, kind of in the same region. No worse or better than they were before. The elves population is still insane and super concentrated. This is 1,000 population right here in this corner, with another 1,000 over here. The war for the corrupted island actually kind of went okay. Like, all the skeletons and ghosts are mostly gone, which is surprising on both sides. Well, not on both sides, but, you know, that's something. The orcs and the elves pretty much own this whole top region, mostly orcs. Can't say whether or not the elves or the orcs are winning. It's pretty even, but I think at this point the orcs might have more population, because this is like over 2,000. This is almost 3,000 right here. And then they have this and these, which is more than the elves do have total. So orcs are winning. The dwarves are still alive. The humans are just being average. Pretty low population kingdoms, except for this one in the back here. I'm gonna give it one more fast forward before we try to do something. I know last time we got kind of fortunate with one race being really aggressive and kind of actually making there be an ending where one race won in the end. I don't think that's going to happen this time, because everyone's been a lot more not very aggressive. Like, we fast forwarded, we're on year 1,000. I think we fast forwarded close to 500 years on the last one, and almost nothing changed. So we'll go again and we'll see what happens, and we might have to come up with a more creative way to end this. Okay, we're in the end game now, boys. I did something. I turned diplomacy off, and I made everyone, or some people, declare war on each other. And then I guess that's it. So they basically can't make peace. They have to fight. This elf village down here got wiped out. Its population had been kind of slowly lowering the last few times. But this at one point was like at 600 population. So crazy that it's gone. The dwarves are officially... Oh, nope, they are not. They are still in it. Somehow. Who knows? Oh man, well what do? Do we declare a winner? Do we infinity coin? Do we give everyone in the world madness? Or we could just stop it here and I could continue this at some point. Because this is a cool world, I like it, we've gone so far and it's been a long time since anything happened. I would say we could continue this at some point, but this world's too big for this, I think. I think we've gone too far because they're not as inclined to expand because there's so much land, and then when they do expand, it just lags the game a ton. So in order for everyone to be big enough to need to expand further and fight each other, it's too much population for the game and my computer to handle. So it's kind of an impossible situation. Maybe I'll continue this if people really want me to. I will save this world as is. If you want this world, it's on the official WorldBox Discord. They have a whole section for maps. Of course, they are PC only, although I think you can get maps on Android actually as well. This map I think would be too big for mobile, but I don't know. Try it maybe. Just in case I don't continue this, or for whatever reason, or people don't really want that, and I just move on from it, I'm gonna say the Orks win, for sure. They have so much population in here, up here, all around. They got the islands. Although this is elf now. Maybe it was always elf. No, that was orc at some point. Yeah, this is them down here. The humans definitely do not win. They've just been kind of hanging on for a while. They've always had one really strong village. Kind of keeping them alive, but very low population pretty much the whole game. Dwarves, I mean, bless them for keeping in there, but I don't think they're going to win it. The elves are strong, but they're not that strong, and they're really spread apart, which maybe will work out for them in the long run. Uh-oh. Game's freezing up here. I gotta finish this video before game crashes. You know, there's not no hope for the elves, but knowing how when two races have similar populations, orcs typically take the win because they're so much more aggressive. I could be wrong. The elves could win it. It could be either one. But seeing how strong the orcs are and how unified they are for the most part, I think that they have what it takes to just slowly but surely inch their way into the world and wipe out everyone a little bit at a time. I think it'll be a long process because, like I said, there's so much land that them expanding doesn't necessarily mean them fighting anyone. So it will take a lot more years, probably several more thousand years for them to wipe everyone out. But I think that is what would happen next. So you can just imagine in your head, wow, what an awesome rest of the video that would have been if Gorg had infinite time to just sit here and then, you know, infinite time to edit, you know, another 3 hours of footage just to watch the occasional village get destroyed. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. And hey, if you made it to the end here, check out my other channel. I have a channel that's not WorldBox. It's just me. Link in the description. Thanks for watching. Bye.